Hello everyone, we are going to start with the blocked credit. In this video we are going to completely learn what is this blocked credit and where it is used. First let us understand what is this blocked credit. Blocked credit means the credit is completely blocked in such a manner that whatever is the case you will not get the credit, not even a part of it. In the apportionment video we have seen we have bifurcated between eligible and ineligible credits, but here we are completely declaring that these are such inputs. If you are using it, then it will be blocked. Section 17 subsection 5 says completely about blocked credit. We are first starting with the first clause, motor vehicle. Now there are there is a definition of motor vehicle in the GST Act. Very big definition. It is propelled by some machinery. We have to use the fuel, and such a vehicle which is more than 35 cc is defined as motor vehicle. If that motor is less than 35 cc, it is not a motor vehicle according to GST Act. Now we have to bifurcate all the motor vehicles into 2 point, okay, 13 seaters and 13 plus seaters. We are not we are not bifurcating between 2-wheeler, 3-wheeler, 4-wheelers or any other such. We are bifurcating into these two, right? 13 seater motor vehicle or 13 plus seater motor vehicle. Let me tell you, 13 seater includes driver. Okay, if you have motor vehicle which is used for business or which is used for personal purpose, no matter what, it is blocked credit. If your motor vehicle is 13 plus seater, then ITC is available according to the GST Act. See, if it is blocked credit for 13 seater, the service, the repairs, the maintenance, the insurance which you have taken on such vehicle is also blocked. Similar case goes with the vessel and aircraft. It is also blocked, and these four are blocked for vessels and aircraft. Okay, exceptions say there are 3 such people, such persons, such businesses. If they are using motor vehicle, even if it is 13 seater or less, even if it is 1 seater, if it is 2 seater, if it is 4 seater car or whatever, if they fit into these 3 exceptions, then fine, you are getting the credit, then you are getting the ITC. What are those? Further supply of motor vehicles, vessel and aircraft. Consider Maruti Suzuki motor, consider Tata Motors, consider some other companies which are manufacturing and selling these cars. They are actually further supplying motor vehicles, vessels and aircraft, further supply. If I am the last person who is purchasing car for me, then yes, ITC is not available for me. See, I have a business. I will give example. I have a business, and for my business I want a car. I have purchased a car. Now I am using this car 100% for business purpose. Am I going to get the ITC? The answer is completely no, because what they say, you are not doing further supply, right? Not even that. Imparting training. Are you giving training to the people? No. If you are not giving training, yes, you do not fit into this point. Now the last point is transportation of passengers. See, I have started a business of some other case, but am I indulged into transportation of passengers? If answer is no, then I am not going to get the ITC. Only in these 3 cases I am going to get the ITC. Now imparting training, what do you mean by this? Now there are some coaching training centers. You learn the car in 15 days, you learn the car in 30 days. Now for such coaching classes imparting, which are indulged into training classes, then for them ITC available if they purchase such car. Then transportation of passengers, Ola cab, Uber travels or some other cab services, if they are indulged into transportation of passengers, ITC is available, right? This is what you have to understand. Blocked credit if is used for renting, leasing and hiring purposes. If it is motor vehicle, vessel or aircraft, if such a motor vehicle or vessel is given for renting purposes, for leasing purposes, for hiring purposes, then it is completely blocked credit. Then you are not going to get the ITC. Full ITC available for transportation of goods. You have truck, you have some goods carrier vehicle, then full ITC is available for you. Okay, we are speaking about motor vehicles only. Now there are case laws. AM Motors in 2018, what had happened in Kerala, the case is discussed in advanced ruling. What here has happened, there was a demo car, and this demo car was used for the business purpose. Now according to the GST rules, GST officer said you are taking input tax credit on this demo car which is inadmissible, which is not admissible, and therefore you have to reverse all that ITC amount. Then the person from AM Motors, what he said, I am using this demo car, after 2 years I am selling it for the reduced price. I fit into this point, further supply of motor vehicle, right? So demo car which is further supplied, ITC is available, I am eligible to get the ITC, why you are stopping me? Then this person, GST officer said, see man, you are using it for 2 years, you are selling it as good as a second hand car, then ITC is not available. The matter went into court and the court said yes, ITC is available on demo cars. Now this rule is applicable for all other motor vehicles and even electronic goods. You might have went to some showroom, Samsung showroom, and there will be samples kept. Such samples will be sold for lesser prices in the market, and ITC is available now as according to these case laws on such demo pieces. Now what happened in this case? Messrs. Chogole Industries Private Limited in 2019, this case had happened in Goa, right? This is also related to demo car. Now what this person had done was that he had taken a demo car and he capitalized it into his books of accounts, and according to rules section 16 in eligibility and the conditions, there we had seen capitalizing and non-capitalizing. When you capitalize it in books of accounts, ITC is available, right? So GST professional, GST officer said no, ITC is not available according to the act. Now the matter went into court, and then court said that yes, demo car which was capitalized in books of accounts is eligible for ITC. Okay, these are the two important case laws in ITC chapter. Now how do you check whether ITC is available or not? See outward supply. We have to first consider outward supply. Okay, I am taking some goods and I am selling it. Now what am I selling? Is it eligible for ITC? That I have to check. If it is eligible for ITC, then yes, I am eligible to take this ITC. If it is not eligible for ITC, then whatever ITC I have taken, I have to reverse it back. ITC आपको वापस करना पड़ेगा गवर्नमेंट को, right? Hope you have understood what is ITC reversal, and this is the first point of blocked credit. We shall see the second point, food and beverages. We will go ahead with the blocked credits. Clause B says blocked credit for following: food and beverages, outdoor catering, beauty and cosmetic treatment, plastic surgery, health services, life and health insurance, rent a cab service, leasing service, hiring service, renting of cab service. All these are blocked credit, eligible for blocked credit. Okay, and then there are exceptions. If input service is equal to output service, then they are going to get the ITC. I'm mistaken. Okay, ITC. Now there are conditions. How is this possible? Same category supply if it is happening, or composite or mixed supply if it is happening. I will give you example so that you will understand better. Food and beverages are blocked credit, even if I am using it for personal purposes, or even if I am using it for business purposes. See, I have got a promotion in my business. I have made huge sales in this year, so I want to give a party for my employees. Whatever party expenditure I am getting, am I going to get ITC over it? The answer is no, because food and beverage is a blocked credit. Outdoor catering, there are catering services, catering businesses. Outdoor catering, whatever they are doing, they are eligible for blocked credits. Okay. Now, what do you mean by input service is equal to output service? I have a catering business. I am a caterer. I have received a large contract for marriage. Now I prepare all the hot dishes. Now cold dishes like ice cream and dessert and milkshakes, I don't prepare it. Now I have a friend, I know a friend who prepares these things. Okay, I contact him and I say, on this date I want these many ice creams, these many milkshakes. Now he prepares and gives it to me, and he also gives me a tax invoice. I will pay this amount to that person. Now whatever I have paid taxes on this, I will get the credit, because same category supply I am making. What am I supplying? I am supplying food and beverage, right? So if I am supplying food and beverage, if I have taken input for the same thing, then I am eligible for ITC, right? This is the best example that everyone gives. In this part I will give you one example. You have a hotel and you have received an order for a marriage. Now they are asking you a quotation per plate, right? In that plate you have so many different food items. Now there are some food items which were expected by that person, but you don't prepare it, right? Now you purchase it from someone else, and now you are giving it as a composite supply, right? Now as a composite supply, if you are giving it, then yes, whatever you have purchased for that purpose, for supply purpose, for that you will get ITC. Mixed supply is also same, right? We are considering the principal supply over it, right? While charging rate of GST, we are considering principal supply. What is that principal supply? It comes under the basics of GST, right? And then beauty and cosmetic treatment, there is nothing like input service same as output service, right? Then plastic surgery, health services where you are checking your blood sugar or some other parameters. Health services, fats, right? If you are checking, if you are availing health services, then yes, no ITC is available. Now blocked credit for health and fitness services, membership of club, and travel benefits to employee on vacation. However, there is an exception. If supplied as a statutory obligation, then you have ITC. You will get the ITC. As a statutory obligation, you are giving health and fitness services. According to Factories Act, you have to take care of the employees' health. Okay, and for such purposes you are making some expenditure over health services. In that case, yes, ITC is available, right? Membership of club, if it is a statutory obligation, you have to you will get ITC. And travel benefits to employee on vacation. But yes, if you see this point, yes, immediately give the ITC, saying that, assuming that yes, it was supplied as a statutory obligation. That assumption you have to write as a note, right? This was for clause B. We will go ahead for clause C. Now this is works contract, clause C, which is defined under section 2 subsection 119, that says when labor and material are clubbed together and you will get one in a tax invoice, then we consider that as works contract. Like for example, I want to paint the building, right? So I will catch a painter and I will ask him, see man, I want to paint this building. Now you have to bring the paint by yourself and you have to paint it. I will not purchase the paint for you and brushes for you and then get your service. No, you just get me painted this building and give me one tax invoice, one amount, and that amount I will pay you under works contract. Such services are called as works contract. Like I have furnitures in my office space. I will ask a carpenter or the person who is specialized in that work. I will ask that person to come to my office and I will ask him to redefine this all furnitures, polish these furnitures and paint if possible. Now that person comes here and he uses his material and makes that furniture nice and new. Whatever service he has given, that is called as works contract. Now that works contract, is it blocked credit? We will see. For construction of land and building, GST Act has completely defined plant and machinery separately other than land and building. Okay, please keep this in mind. For land and building, if it is capitalized in books of accounts, then it is a blocked credit, and if it is not capitalized, if it is shown as a expenditure, small expenditure, then ITC is available. Like I have a building, office space, and I have made some minor repair works. Now that minor repair works, I will not capitalize it, okay, and then I will avail the ITC. Hope you are understanding. Now let us go for the construction of plant and machinery. In both cases, plant and machinery, in both cases ITC is available. Now what is this plant and machinery? It is completely defined. It is very beautifully defined in GST Act. I will tell you one small part of that definition of plant and machinery. Foundation which you use to fix this plant and machinery, or even structures that you make to fit that machinery at one particular place, which is completely attached to land. This foundation is also considered as plant and machinery. Foundation will be done with the cement and some bricks. Yes, that is also considered as plant and machinery only. Structures which is of wood, which is of steel, which is of aluminum or any other metals, that is also considered as plant and machinery. Okay, pipelines which is within the factory premises, that also considered as plant and machinery. This is defined in GST. Okay, in both cases, whether you capitalize it or not, or you don't capitalize it, ITC is available for plant and machinery. You just close your eyes and use it. Okay, and it is specifically defined. I will give you one more example. Vodafone has so many towers. Airtel has so many towers over India, around India. Now that tower is, if they consider as plant and machinery, no, it is not a plant and machinery. Hope you are understanding. It is not a plant and machinery. It is, yes, it is attached to land, and it is fixed. It is immovable property. I completely understand. Yes, but what they say, outside the factory premises, whatever you do, it is not a plant and machinery, right? And let me give you an example of ONGC company, which is giving liquid petroleum gas outside the factory premises. Throughout India, if they have service, if they are supplying such gases or such liquids through pipes, then yes, ITC is not available for such cases, right? Now there is an exception. Further supply of works contract will get ITC. Further supply of works contract will get ITC means what? See, I have got a works contract. I am the worker in this case. I have got the contract. Now, I will give further contract to someone else. I have to construct a building, and electrical fittings work I will give to someone else. That person will do electrical fitting and give me one invoice. Now whatever taxes I will pay on this invoice will be eligible for ITC, but whatever amount I am getting from that person will not be getting ITC, right? Further supply of works contract will get ITC. Please remember this. Now there is clause D, which says when labor and materials are taken separately. Reliance is such a beautiful company. It always finds loopholes from the case laws. Now what they say, what works contract says, when labor plus material is combined, then we consider it as works contract. When labor and materials are taken separately, it is not works contract, right? In this case, what GST Act says, it is a blocked credit, right? There is nothing difficult in works contract. It is only this much. You have to remember land and building separately and plant and machinery separately. I suggest you to please go through the definition of plant and machinery, right? This is all about works contract. Let us see miscellaneous points now. Now this is last part of blocked credit. Clause E says blocked credit if it is received from composition dealer. Composition dealer is covered under section 10, as you know, right? They do not supply tax invoices. They issue bill of supply. Okay, they do not collect the taxes because they are not collecting taxes. Yes, ITC is not available if you deal with them, even if you are taking goods from them, or even if you are supplying goods to them. ITC is not available from this clause. Okay, Clause F says inputs received by NRTP, that is non-resident taxable person, blocked credit. It is completely blocked credit if it is inputs issued by NRTP. If goods are imported by NRTP, then ITC is available. What do you mean by this? I will give you an example. A foreigner comes to India and he purchases goods in India for his business purpose, okay, because he is doing business. Section 27 in CGST Act speaks about NRTP registration and other clauses are there, right? If he is purchasing inputs in India, then it is blocked credit, he will not get any credit, okay. But if he is importing any goods to India, then ITC is available. As you know, any person who imports, he has to pay IGST and BCD, that is basic customs duty, plus IGST should be paid, right? So on this IGST, yes, he will get the input tax credit. BCD, however, he has to pay definitely. Now clause G says blocked credit if it is used for personal purposes. Even if this clause was not given, then we would have understood it. Section 16 says eligibility. Eligibility is you have to use goods for business purposes. It is not a business purpose, and therefore it is a blocked credit under section 16 as well also, and also in this section, right, clause G. Now we will start with the clause H. Goods lost, destroyed, stolen, written off, in any case it is blocked credit. See, you have purchased, I will give an example. You have purchased 100 computers. Let us say you have purchased 100 computers for your business purpose. Now out of these 100, 98 are actually working, okay, 98 are actually working, and 2 computers are not working. They were damaged during the transit. Now for those 2 computers, you have to reverse the ITC. Like while you had purchased it, you have paid the taxes to the government, and now you are utilizing that ITC. 98 are working in working conditions, and only sellable computers were 98. There were 2 such computers which were kept unsold and they were damaged, and on those 2 computers, whatever input tax you had taken, that proportion you have to give it back to the government. This is the concept of ITC reversal. I am telling you this again and again because it is very important concept. Now if you have understood about written off, let me also tell you about something, goods lost or stolen. Kerala flood is a very large concept, because Kerala state was asking the central government to please give the revenue amount which it has lost after the introduction of GST. Now Indian government said, no, we will give you some extra privilege. You start charging KFC, Kerala flood cess, so that you get your revenue back. But fine, the businesses over there were lost due to the flood, right? So whatever materials were there in that business, all were lost. Credit was also not available. Whatever credit they had taken, they had to give it back to the government. One more incident you must remember. You know, there were many riots happened in the Delhi state, and people actually broke the showrooms and they took all the electronics their home. You know, they all washed away the businesses over there, and owners were not there because the riots were going on. And government said, because that falls in this section, you will not the credit. So if you had kept those goods in the showroom to sell it further, but now the goods are lost, don't ask me. You have to give the ITC back to the government, right? ITC reversal must happen. This is actually a bad clause, but fine, we cannot do anything. This is the act, right? Section 17 subsection 5 and H, remember this. Let me speak about destroyal of goods in one special case, where, you know, pharmaceutical companies and drug manufacturing companies, they are, you know, manufacturing drugs and expiry date is printed on it, and such medicine is given to the retail outlets. Whenever such medicine is unsold, then those unsold medicines, those unsold drugs should be sent back to the company, and company will take that unsold goods, and that has to be destroyed. It is compulsory and it is a mandatory requirement. It is a statutory requirement by the government. You know, government says this to destroy. Okay, in such cases, whatever is destroyed, credit is available on it. free gifts and free samples. Many pharmaceutical companies, always we give the example of pharmaceutical companies when it comes to free gifts and free samples, right? Because they are giving in the high, large quantity to every doctor. Every pharma company gives the free samples. If it is covered under section 7, ITC available under section 7. What is this section 7? Section 7 deals with the supply, and supply has two conditions. It should be in the case of furtherance of business, and it should be in the case of consideration. Consideration must be taken. Without consideration, we do not call it as supply. Now we call it as free samples. If it is free sample, if it is a gift, then consideration is not available. If consideration is not available, then it is not a supply according to section 7. If it is not a supply, if it is not covered under section 7, then it is blocked credit. In that case, sir, you tell me how it is covered under section 7. In under section 7 there are 3 schedules again: schedule 1, schedule 2, schedule 3. Schedule 1 says activities to be considered as supply even if it is made without consideration, if you remember that. Okay, schedule 1, if your gifts or free samples covered under that schedule 1, to be precise, para 6, schedule 1 under section 7, ITC is available. Okay, in this case. Now the last point, section 17 subsection 5 and clause I says taxes. If the taxes are covered under section 74, that is malefied, confiscation, and 129 and 130, these are penalty sections. This is also a penalty section. If a GST officer says you have to pay the taxes in these sections, then it is a blocked credit, right? This is all about the blocked credit. Section 17 is completely finished now, right? In one of the videos I had spoken about apportionment of the credits. Now blocked credit is also over. Section 17 is also finished. In one more video I will make for section 18, and ITC availment concept will be over. Section 49 is also covered, manner of utilization of ITC. See you in next video.